So, actually, that is one. Kiva Vipra Kiva Sudra Nasikane no. Jai Krishna Tattva Vyasa. I am sometimes criticized by my God brothers that I have become a marriage maker because the sannyasi does not take part in a marriage ceremony. But I get my disciples married. This is also unique in the West. So they criticize that I have become a married, but they do not know why I take this ring. I have got many disciples, they are married couples, but all of them, husband and wife, they are helping this movement. Here is Bhagavan Das, he is also married man, children. So actually, married couple should be Paramahamsa. Paramahamsa means the topmost stage of sannyasi. The sannyasi has got 4 stages. Uticha, Bahuda, Parivrajakacarya and Paramahamsa. The sannyasi in the beginning is supposed to make a small cottage just on the border of the village. Does not go home, but his necessities are supplied by his home. But he does not go. This is called Puja. Then, gradually when he is practiced, he moves from home to home. He does not anymore depend on his own home. So that is called Bahuda. Bahuda means collecting his necessity from many places. And then, as he becomes practiced, he becomes Parivrajakacarya. He goes from place to place, village to village, preaching the message of Krishna. As our Srimad Devadinanda Maharaja is doing. He has now very nice birth. All others also say. The Grihasthas are also saying. Because our only business is Krishna. It doesn't matter whether it is Grihastha or Manasthastha or Sannyasi, it doesn't matter. So when he preaches all over the world, and that is called Parivrajakacarya. And when his experience is executed toward by his assistant, that is called Paramahamsa. So Grihasthas are supposed to be Paramahamsa. That's like Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He was Grihastha, magistrate, government servant. But he has worked so much for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in writing books, not only writing books, but also begetting a child like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, my spiritual father. So, that is real. They should produce children like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. Because we want big stalwart man to preach this Krishna consciousness movement. So, everyone has got duty in Krishna consciousness, and this duty is taught by Krishna and his Guru. Guru Krishna Kripa Pai Bhakti Lata Ki Ei Rupe Brahmanda Bhamite Kono Bhagavan Ji. That anyone who is coming to Krishna consciousness is not ordinarily living. anyone who is connected with the movement is not ordinary living. Actually, he is liberated soul. And I am very much hopeful that my disciples who are now participating in today, even if I die, my movements will not stop. I am very much hopeful. All these nice boys and girls are taken so seriously. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wanted that European and American people may understand the philosophy of Chaitanya God and take part. That was his desire. My Guru Maharaj, his divine day, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, he also attempted to send his disciples to preach Chaitanya God in the Western world. One of them, he advised me also. First meeting, perhaps you know, he asked me to preach. So, at that time, I was a young man, only 25 years old, and I was a householder. So, I should have joined and executed his desire immediately. But, due to my ill-luck, I could not immediately execute his order. But it was in my heart that it is to be done. So it is better late than never. I executed his order at the age of 70, not at the age of 25 years. So actually I wasted so much time. I can understand that. From 20, the message was there when I was 25 years old. But I began at the age of 70 years. But I did not forget it. Otherwise, how could I? That is the fact. I was simply finding out the opportunity, how to do it. So anyway, although I began very late, at the age of 70 years, so by the help of my disciples, this movement is gaining ground and is spreading all over the world. So therefore I have to thank you. It is all due to you. It is not my credit, but it is your credit that you are helping me in executing the order of my Guru Maharaj. So, this movement, Krishna consciousness movement, that you already know that it is the most essential, most important movement to the human society. Last night, the ambassador of India, His Excellency Rasagopra, he was present here. He also appreciated that this movement is very important movement, and you are very pleased that I have done so much. So this movement will go on. Nobody can stop. So this Vyasa Puja ceremony means to offer our thanks to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, because He is the original Guru. As we receive this message through Parampara system, from Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narad, Narad to Vyasa, Vyasa to Maharaja, in this way, Madhavendra Puri, then Ishwar Puri, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then six Goswami, then understanding. So as we are come to this Krishna consciousness understanding through this long parampara. Similarly, in the vast puja ceremony, whatever respect, honor and presentation you give, that goes to Krishna through that parampara from down. As it is received through the parampara, understand? So, similarly, your offerings also goes through this parampara system. The connection. Our system is Mukti Bhaktu Padopamalau Data Data. It is sometimes called bureaucracy. If you apply something, at least in India, to the president, you will have to convey to the local collector. The collector will convey to somebody else, the secretary will go, then to the president. So our system is that. So it is not that I am training my disciples to worship me, man worship, and getting some honor from them for nothing. No, it is not that. Whatever honor, whatever respect, whatever presentation you are giving to your spiritual master, it will go to Krishna by parampara. This is bhakti. That what is called bhakti. Bhakti means Vyasa is the original Guru. After Brahma, Narad then Vyasa. And Vyasa is the original Guru because from his literature we understand spiritual knowledge. All these literatures, whatever we have produced, they are actually originally from Vyasa. The four Vedas, Brahma Sutra, Upanishad, Puranas, they are called Vedic literature. And whatever is written with the conclusion of this Vedic literature, that is also Vedic. Just like our books, all our books, they are not mental speculation. Whatever I have learned from my Guru Maharaj, I am presenting. It is not mental speculation. This philosophy, that philosophy, we kick out others. Unless we get the knowledge from the authorized source, we don't have it. Because how we can accept? A so-called philosopher, scientist, according to, why according? Everyone can understand that however great philosopher, scientist one may be, he is imperfect. He is imperfect. Every man has several times decided this example that in our country Gandhi was very big politician, you know Mahatma Gandhi. He committed so many mistakes. At last he committed such a great mistake that he was killed. That's a long mistake. So even a great person like Mahatma Gandhi, he commits mistake. Therefore, the Shastra says, any condition so, he must commit mistake. Have a great mistake in the estimation of fools and justice. So he built morale strong. He must commit mistake, he must be illusion, his propensity is to cheat, and at the end, all the senses are imperfect. We are several times described. So much imperfectness, how we can give perfect knowledge? Therefore, the so-called philosopher, scientist knowledge is always imperfect. The perfect knowledge can be received through the parampara. From From Krishna, Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, Narada to Vyasa, Vyasa to Maharaja, in this way, from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this Swami, then our Guru Maharaj, in this way. And our business is just to present whatever we have found. This is very important. And because we do not speculate, mentally, just like so many Swamis come from India, they make their own presentation by speculation. So whatever little success I have got, it is due to this process that I do not present anything which is created by me. That is the secret. All these rascals, I say, declare all these rascals come, they manufacture. A spiritual thing cannot be manufactured. A God cannot be manufactured. God is always God, and the words of God is also God. If we present as it is, then it will be effective. That is to say in this Shastra. Sadam prasangat mama bija samvida bhavanti nitkandana sahajavatha tajjosanat asum avavartavartmani tadhyavakti rati dhanapramishyati. Everything is there. Sadam prasangat, from a bona fide spiritual master, to receive knowledge, because he is present as he has received from these people. He is not adulterated or manufactured. That is the bona fide people. And that is very easy. To become spiritual master is not very difficult. You will have to become spiritual master. You all my disciples, everyone should become spiritual master. That when you manufacture something. But if you simply present whatever you have heard from your spiritual master, it is very easy. If you want to become over-intelligent, to present something, to interpret something, whatever you have heard from spiritual master, you can make some other addition or alteration, then you spoil. Then you spoil. Don't make addition or alteration. Simply present as therefore we have begun and Bhagavad Gita as it is. Don't try to become over spiritual. Then you spoil. Remain always a servant of your spiritual master and present the thing as your heart. This is it. You should know it. Don't try to become over-intelligent. That is spoil. Evam parampara prapam imam rajasya guru. This is it. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Amara time Guru Hariya, Taro Ege, Jale Dako Tare Kaho Krishna. That's it, it is very nice. We'll find in Chaitanya public. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, he is the Supreme Lord, Krishna. He says, Amara God, whatever I say, Amara, like my God. He becomes spiritual. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, one may be very illiterate, no education, no scholarship, may not be born in Brahman family, or may not be a sannyasi. There are so many qualifications, but one may not have all these qualifications. He may be rascal number one, but still he can become spiritual master. How? As Krishna says that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you will follow. Very good. One may be rascal number one from material estimation. But if you simply, strictly follow whatever is said by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or his representative spiritual master, then he becomes a guru. So it is not very difficult. One may not think that I am not qualified to become guru. No, you are qualified. If you follow strictly the parampara system, then you are qualified. That's all. Amara Jai Guru, and what is the difficulty? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, don't feel any difficulty, because as spiritual master, what you have to do? Jare dakho tare kaho Krishna upade. Whomever you be, you simply speak to him the instruction. Will Krishna give? What Krishna instruction gave? That is also easy. What is that? Krishna said, Marmana bhava madhvakta madhjati maganamasturu. Krishna said, just become mine. Devotee, always think of me, offer me obeisances, and worship. So here is Krishna. If you simply think here is Krishna, Krishna Deity, you may be put number, rascal number one. That doesn't matter. But you are getting impression of this Radha Krishna. Think of it. How nice it is, Krishna is this man. No erudite scholars. Simply, Krishna says, Marmana Bhava Madhva. Here is deity worshipping nicely as it is. Regulated. Even if you are not worshipping, simply think of Krishna, here is Radha. Impression. Then what is difficult? As soon as you see Radha Krishna, you get some impression. Think of that impression. When you think, Manmana Bhava Bhakta. Worship me, if you have got opportunity, worship. If you are initiated, you worship here, or you install it at home, as our Yoga side, Prabhu is doing. Everyone can do it. What is difficult? Now ask him how he is happy. The whole family is happy. Not only he, but his wife, his children, everyone. Practice. Manmana Madhyati. Magnamasturu. And if you cannot do anything, simply come and offer your obeisances. My dear Lord Krishna, I am so poor, so unfortunate, I cannot do all these things. But I will offer my humble obeisances. That much also. If you do this, you will become good. So, simply by accepting this principle, and even if you are not learned, illiterate, you are hearing so much from Bhagavad Gita, you simply repeat that. Simply repeat that. There is no question of becoming very learned scholar. God has given you this ear. Even if you are blind, you cannot read, you can hear. So Krishna Upadesh, what is Krishna? This is Krishna Upadesh. And at last Krishna said, Sarvadharma Parityajamami Sarva. So you simply preach this God, my dear friend, my dear brother, you surrender to Krishna. You become Krishna. You become spiritual master. You go from to Lord. No other talk. Simply say, my dear friend, you are very nice, you are very learned. That was adopted by Prabhupada. Dante Nidhaya Natam Padayo Nipatya Kaku Satam Sritvacha Aham Rupini. His Sabalame Vihaya Chaitanya Chandra Charane Purnamula. The meaning to preach it very easy. Dante Vidhaya, according to Indian system, if you put a grass on your mouth, it is a sign of that you have become very humble. If you approach a person with a glass in your mouth, you will immediately know that you are coming there with very, very great humbleness. Therefore, Dante Vidhaya, she was the sister. Dante Vidhaya Brahman and catching his feet. Immediately catch his feet. Immediately, even if he is enemy, he will be afraid. Even if he is your enemy. It is so nice problem. Take a glass on your mouth and immediately fall on his feet for the early purpose. And with folded hand, much flattering. Dante Vidhaya Padayogi Bhakta Kapushpam Kritya, and all flattering words. Aham. So immediately like we guess what you say, I am here. I hear. Immediately forward to hear that. This does see how perfect process is. Then what is your purpose there? Why you are becoming so humble, me, and now say, but yes, what is that? His Adhava, you are a great son. Although he is maybe that's the number one. Still called. His Adhava. Yes, I am sadhu. Yes. What is your proposal? Now kindly forget all nonsense what you have done. That I am flattering you because I want that you forget everything, all these yogis and these and that and meditation. Please take out all. Then what I have to say? Chaitanya Chandra Charane Kurutamura. Just adhere yourself to the lotus feet of Radha. Very good. That's all. So if you want to become nice like Krishna very quickly, you take up the process of becoming spiritual master, present the Bhagavad Gita as it is, your life is perfect. Thank you.
Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. We'd like to welcome everyone here today for Srila Prabhupada's.
The following is a lecture given by His Divine.
I welcome everyone to Srila Prabhupada's 125th anniversary of his appearance here. Srila Prabhupada kept saying in the lecture, what is the difficulty? He said, any fool and rascal can become spiritual master. I mentioned how that's how he trained us so often to think that we could become Krishna conscious so quickly. But all you have to do is follow the Parampara. So we're going to start out today. Our Krishna Balaram Mandir's very own Baba, Dinabandhu Prabhu, he's going to be reading the introduction, which is from Bhakti Churu Maharaj. And then
the text from Dravida, but Bhakti Churu Maharaj is often included.
The text is from Dravida Prabhu, but Bhakti Churu Maharaj's offering is included in there. And then we'll hear also from Dinabandhu Prabhu. I'll be introducing the devotees, God brothers, God sisters, Prabhupada's grand disciples. And forgive me if I just say your name. We'll try to keep everything moving along. And today, especially, as Prabhupada said, is for the glorification of our spiritual master. And he transfers all of that upwards. So we'll begin with Dina.
It was already offered, no? There's offering the samadhi already. But
So we can offer it here as well to Srila Prabhupada. We'll offer this year's Vyasa Puja book to Srila Prabhupada. Ki
Vyasa Puja 2021 Introduction. In this 53rd annual Vyasa Puja book, some of the prominent themes include honoring the 125th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's appearance, the challenges and triumphs that ISKCON has experienced in the midst of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, and the urgent need to always keep Prabhupada's mood and mission in the forefront of our consciousness as ISKCON continues to transition to a new generation of leadership. This is the first Vyasa Puja book since 1988 without an homage from His Holiness Bhakti True Swami, who succumbed to COVID-19 in July of last year. Since the homages are submitted from January to May, the 2020 book contained his last offering. And in honor of this extraordinary devotee, who was so dear to Srila Prabhupada and to 1,000 devotees of ISKCON, we produce that offering here. Dear Srila Prabhupada, please accept my most humble obeisances under your divine lotus feet. As I am trying to compose my Vyasa Puja offering, I cannot help but reflect on the world situation today. The whole world is in the grip of intense fear caused by a pandemic, and practically everything has come to a standstill. The whole of India is on lockdown, and no one is allowed to go out of his house. For the first time in history, all the places of worship, temples, mosques, churches, and synagogues have been shut down. No one could have ever imagined that such a situation would arise. Nevertheless, I can see the foresight of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Knowing that such a situation would arise, when no one be able to go to the temple to see the deities of the Lord and worship Him, He gave us the process of chanting His holy name. At a time like this, I also wonder whether this is His divine grace arrangement to force this world to surrender unto Him and accept the process of congregational chanting. After all, He sent you to fulfill His prediction. And very systematically, you have made all arrangements by creating the institution of ISKCON and training any army of dedicated devotees worldwide. An army that is marching forward equipped with the most powerful weapons of your books to defeat the misdirected atheistic civilization of the world. On this auspicious day of your Vyasa Puja, please bless us so that we can become valiant warriors in Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's army and fight against the enemy that has vitiated the whole world with sinful activities. Please lead us as our glorious general to lay siege to meat eating, intoxication, illicit sex, and gambling. Under your divine leadership, we are confident that victory will be ours and that we will defeat the eternal enemy of this world, which corrupts everyone's mind with the poison of atheism. Once again, under your expert guidance, let us establish the kingdom of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in this world. When we have a pure devotee like you to lead us and the Supreme Personality of Godhead with us, then who can ever doubt our victory? Who can ever doubt that the ominous influence of Kali will be defeated, and the absolute peace and ultimate prosperity will prevail again, bringing the spiritual world down to this beautiful planet of ours. Your humble servant eternally, Bhakti Charu Swami. The Bhakti Charu Swami Maharaj ki. We are sure Bhakti Charu Swami, certainly one of Srila Prabhupada's foremost valiant warriors, is with him now, helping to spread the rays of Chaitanya's benediction moon. Anuttama Prabhu has submitted a heartfelt offering, which he calls upon all sincere devotees to read or reread Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita and enrich their understanding of Srila Prabhupada's personality and austerities he went to bring us Krishna consciousness. By hearing about you from proper sources, we better comprehend the challenges you faced, the decisions you made, the considerations you weighed in making your choices. Not that we just recite as if memorized. Prabhupada had 2 heart attacks on the ship. He didn't have much money in New York City. And he fought for the Jew temple. And he published lots of books. And he opened a lot of temples. And it all came out okay. And that was his wonderful Leela. Jai Prabhupada. This is simply not enough. We need to know more. We need to know that you didn't have 2 heart attacks. You suffered 2 heart attacks. You didn't just face some abstract obstacles. You sometimes went hungry because of lack of money as you pushed on your mission. In later years, out of anxiety, you couldn't sleep many nights as you worried about the problems your movement faced. You cried sometimes when reunited with disciples who had left you. You laughed and told jokes that left disciples bursting with laughter. You were excited by new challenges. Your eyes twinkled when teasing your disciples and their children. And you became angry at, but never envious of, those who were too proud or who offended the Lord. In short, we need to understand that you are not a silent murti sitting on your Vyasa. You are an awe-inspiring person, a person who demonstrated love, hurt, and humor, and enthusiasm against unbelievable odds, and every other human and transcendental emotion you faced, every type of obstacles we will ever face, and more. You showed us how to live in faith and hope and joy. I would like to thank Kishori Devi Dasi for again providing substantial help with editing the offerings this year. She has become an essential member of the Vyasa Puja team. I will forever be grateful that I've had a small role to play in keeping Srila Prabhupada in the center of ISKCON by helping to prepare his Vyasa Puja book every year since 1984. My heart overflows with gratitude that Srila Prabhupada has allowed me to perform this service. Javidadas Vyasa Puja editor. Srila Prabhupada ki. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschachade Satharine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatrubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Srila Prabhupada ki. So we're gathered here on this Nandotsav day, the day after Janmashtami, to honor the 125th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's birth in this world. Every morning, as I chant my rounds of Prabhupada's Samadhi, I don't try to think. I don't want to think what would have happened if Prabhupada had never come into my life. I don't want to think what darkness I would be in. It's like we see the whole world is so much engrossed in darkness. Still they're determined to go on. Even this pandemic has not slowed them down. They're still convinced. They're still pushing on somehow to enjoy in this dark material world. So for Srila Prabhupada, we have to become that convinced, that determined. They're determined to go on enjoying, even there's a pandemic or whatever. We have to become that determined to push on Srila Prabhupada's movement. And the best way to do that is by distributing Srila Prabhupada's books. I'm amazed every morning when I hear the wonderful scores of all the books that are going out of this one temple. This is just one temple, so many books every day. Despite everything, so many books are going out. So we have to become that, because we read, if you really want to know Srila Prabhupada's determination, like Dravida said, you read again, or I guess it was a Nuttama, read again the Leelamrit, or read the books. I was most inspired by Vyasa's book. I just got Chasing the Rhino #2. It's just amazing. I'm just now, we already crossed 70. Yeah. What did I say?
You said Vyasa.
Oh, yes. Shama Sundar. We're getting old. But it's so amazing. Prabhupada was I can't imagine that he did all the things that he did. At 70, after 70. Or after 70 now, just to get up in the morning is such a headache. But Prabhupada would get up early in the morning and translate his books for us. Therefore, I'm again taking a vow to read Srila Prabhupada's books. This is one of the best ways to honor Srila Prabhupada on his 25th anniversary. Is read those books. I'm reading Bhagavad Gita every day and it's most amazing. Last night, after Shruti Kirti talked about Prabhupada relishing Krishna book reading, we went to the Krishna book reading in Prabhupada's house. It was so relishable. So we have to really, Prabhupada spent so much trouble to translate these books. And these are, these purports, Prabhupada once said, these are my personal ecstasies. These are my personal ecstasies. So sometimes we lament that I didn't get so much association. We got a chance to speak something the other day. And some of you are saying we didn't get any chance of association with Srila Prabhupada. But what can be more intimate association than Prabhupada's personal ecstasies? And that wasn't available to anyone. When Prabhupada was translating his books, we were all sound asleep. And nobody was allowed. It doesn't matter if you're GBC or whatever. GBC or ABC or whatever. No one was allowed at that time. But that most intimate and personal association with Srila Prabhupada, his purports, that is available to everyone, even today. You just crack open one of Srila Prabhupada's books, you get the most intimate association with Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. So besides distributing them, I was there in Los Angeles when Prabhupada sat in Vyasa and he asked, so do you read these books? Or do you just distribute them? If somebody asks, what's in this book? I don't know, I just sell them, I don't read them. No, we have to read these books. I've taken up in this 125th year to do more reading of Srila Prabhupada's books. This is the most personal association. It is available to everyone. We're associating with the whole group. We just heard this wonderful lecture by Prabhupada. So there's a lot of people who want to speak. So this is my message to you, that these are Prabhupada's personal ecstasies. If you didn't get so much intimate association with Prabhupada, this is the most intimate association. Just crack open any book and take advantage of this wonderful mercy that Srila Prabhupada is distributing down through the whole Guru Parampara, just like we just heard. Srila Prabhupada ki!
Thank you very much, Prabhu. I was having a little realization as well about Prabhupada's books. Months ago tonight we were reading the Lamrita. From the very beginning, everything Prabhupada was doing was about translating Srimad Bhagavatam, getting it printed, and selling his books before he came to America. And then that continued when he came, translating his books for 10 years to give us the Srimad Bhagavatam so we could read it and distribute it. And all his temples, besides having the deities, they were all book distribution centers. Everyone, he wanted to go out every day and distribute his books. And we know in this way he lives forever. So Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Now we're going to have Panchagoda Prabhu. He's going to read the meaning of Vyasa Puja, and he'll say a few words as well. Hare Krishna.
This offering's by Jagatsarini Devi Dasi. Every year we read the meaning of Vyasa Puja. In the Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna tells us that he is present everywhere in the form of time, and that by time's power alone, everyone and everything is destroyed. The influence of time is so subtle that we feel it as change. Changes we desire and changes we hate at every moment. So time, which is Krishna himself, may appear to be a ruthless dictator. Time is destruction, and all manifestations are to be vanquished by the desire of the Supreme Lord. That is the law of nature. As long as we have the intention to dominate matter, as long as we want power and control, we are subject to creation and destruction under the superior power of God. However, for those who are searching for truth and happiness beyond the desire to exploit matter, there's a different plan. Throughout history, such persons have been advised to seek the help of saints. When a saintly Vaishnava appears in this world, we never want to forget him. Although outwardly, such saints come under the jurisdiction of time, inwardly, they do not. The Vedic tradition, recognizing the importance of these saints, have instituted Guru worship to be performed annually by disciples on Guru Purnima, which falls just before the first month of Chaturmasya. Sannyasis, who were meant to lead society by their ideal example, were also to worship their gurus and their parampara on their own birthday, along with worshiping Srila Vyasadeva on Guru Purnima. Thus, the Vedic culture, being the most comprehensive spiritual tradition known to mankind, established Vyasa Puja in ancient times and insisted that anyone desiring freedom from the tyranny of time accept the principle of serving and worshiping their spiritual master. This ancient institution of Guru Puja was also meant to keep saints alive and present long into the future. We members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness are fortunate to have been requested by Srila Prabhupada not only to perform annual worship of our founder Acharya, but to keep him firmly present in our lives through daily worship as well. Sometimes in the midst of our busy lives in this passionate world, we overlook the significance of the debt we owe Srila Prabhupada. Yet it is a fact that each of us, whether his initiated disciple, grand disciple, or great grand disciple, lives within the shelter he established for us. In that shelter we are safe to serve, practice our sadhana, and express our personal faith. Because we get knowledge, Vedic knowledge, from the Rishi, we must be debtor, Guru Rina, debtor to the spiritual master, to the sages, to the saintly persons, because we're getting knowledge from them. Therefore, the Vyasa Puja is there. Once in a year, the disciples are worshiping the spiritual master and trying to repay what he has received from the spiritual master. Our relationship with God is a fact. From a lecture, 1974 in Los Angeles. We have heard Srila Prabhupada speak on numerous occasions about the purpose of his Krishna consciousness movement. He never failed to warn us about the dangerous position in which we find ourselves in this world, which is fast entering the ignorance of Kali Yuga. He knew that degradation on all fronts is unavoidable, yet he still delivered to the West and later again to India and the East a message of hope. In the same July 1974 lecture, he stated, "And how one can be happy? So many sinful activities are going on. How they expect to be happy? It is not possible. Sober man becomes unhappy, paradukkha, especially Vaishnava. A Vaishnava has no problem for himself, but he has many problems for others." When Srila Prabhupada was first establishing his mission, he left Sri Vrindavan Dham, where he was living peacefully, where he was fully happy, and traveled to various places in India to share Krishna consciousness and enlist the help of people he knew. Each of them respected his determination and devotion, but none of them believed he could bring about any significant change in the world, but they were all mistaken. His mission was to give Krishna consciousness to the world, and his vision for how he would accomplish this included publishing and distributing his books. In the Srila Prabhupada Lilamrita, we read, Srila Prabhupada's ambition was to replace mundane literature with transcendental. At least in every home, there should be one piece of Krishna conscious literature. He reasoned, because if a person read only one page, his life could be turned toward perfection. If 1% of the readers become devotees, he wrote, that will change the world. When Srila Prabhupada finally traveled to the West, he brought with him the Yuga Dharma, the process that would transform the hell of the material world into Vaikuntha. He called this process devotional service, a complete lifestyle centered on chanting God's holy name and performing other services for Him. Introducing this consciousness was how he would change everything. In Jai Srila Prabhupada, Bhakti Swami writes, starting with 40 rupees and a trunk of books, Srila Prabhupada started an international movement comprising temples, farms, schools, and multiple volumes of books published in all major languages. Arriving in America at the fag end of his life, within 12 years he made Hare Krishna a household phrase and sowed the seeds of a cultural and spiritual revolution destined to change the world. Srila Prabhupada created a house in which the whole world could live, and we, his dedicated followers, are asked to assist his mission in whatever way we can. As a society, we should retain his transcendental vibrancy for thousands of years to come, and thereby keep his mission alive and faithful to his vision for it. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the avatar of Sri Krishna for Kali Yuga, who began the Sankirtan movement in Sri Dham Mayapur, also showed by his own example the significance and purpose of Vyasa Puja. In the Chaitanya Bhagavat, we hear about Nityananda Prabhu's mysterious arrival in Mayapur and how Lord Chaitanya, known as Vishwambar, sent all the Vaishnavas out to find him. No one could, and they returned puzzled. Nityananda Prabhu represents the Guru principle, and he was hiding. Only if Vishwambar himself brought the devotees to where Lord Nityananda was, could they approach him. When Nityananda Prabhu and Vishwambar met, their exchange was extraordinarily auspicious, and the Vaishnavas were amazed to see the intense devotional sentiments they shared. The Vaishnavas felt great fortune to witness such loving exchanges. And once the two lords were finally together, they became inseparable. Vishwambar said, "Tomorrow is the full moon day of Guru Purnima. Where will you celebrate Vyasa Puja?" Lord Nityananda wanted to observe the ceremony at the home of Srivas Pandit, and Srivas happily accepted the proposal. The following day, Srivas Pandit served as the Acharya for the Vyasa Puja observance, and in Vishwambar's order performed the rituals. Placing a beautiful garland in Lord Nityananda's hand, he instructed him to offer the garland to Srila Vyasadeva, the compiler of the Vedas. Acting as if he were bewildered, Nityananda did not follow Srivas's direction, but instead looked around him until he saw Vishwambar. Then, breaking the established principle of worship, he approached the Lord and draped the garland around his neck. Here we're given an essential glimpse into the meaning of Sri Vyasa Puja. This sacred event of worshiping the Guru is meant to culminate in the worship of the Adi Guru, or the Supreme Person, who is the master of everyone and everything. In a lecture given in Hamburg, 1969, to a new group of followers, Srila Prabhupada enlightened us about the importance of praising one's spiritual master and how that praise is passed on to the Lord. All this eulogization about me, people, outsider may think that this man is being flattered and he is hearing his own eulogization. But that is not the fact. It is the test, how they are receiving the message sincerely and expressing their feeling. So it is going to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as it has come through the channel of disciplic succession. All these praises will also reach to Krishna through that disciplic succession. So it is not a personal thing. These things are required. Just like in the military training, they're taught by the officers in a different way, and so many ways. Similarly, this is training of Krishna consciousness so that the feeling of pure consciousness will reach to Krishna. Later at New Vrindavan, 1972, Srila Prabhupada again addressed his disciples on this topic. So this is the position of a spiritual master. Don't misunderstand that. This person is sitting very comfortably and taking all honors and contribution. It is needed just to teach them how to respect the representative of God. This is the sum and substance of Vyasa Puja. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami compares Lord Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, to both a gardener who plants and tends a tree, and the trunk of the tree itself, which supports, sustains, and generates the tree's growth. In commenting on this analogy, Srila Prabhupada describes ISKCON as a branch of that unlimited tree which is both created and sustained by Krishna himself. In order for our ISKCON society to become vibrant, healthy, and powerful, we must remain connected to the branch, the trunk, and the gardener. When we offer our dedicated homages to Srila Prabhupada, this should be the internal purpose of our glorification. Sri Vyasa Puja is the opportunity we're given to remember our connection. And one last reflection on this important day, having a careful understanding of the meaning and importance of Vyasa Puja is essential, but we should remember that there are no required formalities in Krishna consciousness. Our experience and success in bhakti depend on our intention as we practice it. Govinda Dasi described how in Montreal 1968, she observed Srila Prabhupada's birthday without understanding the formal procedures of the Vyasa Puja ceremony. With affection, she baked Srila Prabhupada the typical double layer birthday cake one would offer someone celebrating a birthday in the West. After icing it, she brought it to his room with birthday candles aflame. He was surprised and raised his eyebrows in curiosity. When she told him this was how people celebrate birthdays in America, he simply nodded. She said, Srila Prabhupada, now make a wish and blow out all the candles with one breath. Srila Prabhupada caught on, and with one deep swoosh of air, he blew out every candle on the cake. Then he laughed and said, I have done good. Yes, Govinda Dasi laughed. Now you will get your wish. But you don't have to tell me or anyone what you wish for. I wish only for Krishna, he said, smiling his deep voice, for Krishna and Krishna's service. Now, over 50 years later, we are well trained in how to perform the proper ceremonies. Yet at the same time, may we retain a kind, loving, open-hearted simplicity on this sacred occasion. And may we pray to, as Srila Prabhupada prayed, that one day, by his grace, we too may wish only for Krishna and Krishna's service. This is the meaning of Vyasa Puja. Jagatarini Devi Dasi. Srila Prabhupada ki. So I'll just say a few words. I totally agree with Dinabandhu Prabhu that to get Prabhupada's personal association and full appreciation of the gift and spiritual enlightenment that he's giving the world is by reading his books, hearing from Srila Prabhupada. He often stressed that you are distributing my books, but you should also read my books. Disciple knows the mission of his guru. He said, don't be embarrassed if people are asking you questions and you have no understanding of the mission. So Srila Prabhupada very clearly gave us the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the chanting the holy name, hearing Krishna's pastimes, and always remembering Krishna, never forgetting Krishna. And we're all very fortunate to be here in Sri Vrindavan Dham in front of Srila Prabhupada on the 125th anniversary with his remarkable accomplishments and spreading the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, taking the order of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati to heart. It took, apparently, according to his lecture, some time, but it manifested. Prabhupada said, the time is not right, the time is not ready. So Krishna made the plan, he sent Srila Prabhupada and gave us all an opportunity to change our lives and dedicate ourselves to Krishna, always remembering Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, our
Maharaj.
temple president here, Panchagoda Prabhu, who is working very hard over these years to follow Srila Prabhupada's instructions here in this temple. Those of you who have read a little bit of Leelamrita, I believe it's in there, you'll know also Srila Prabhupada had to show us literally how to perform this ceremony of Vyasa Puja. It was mentioned what Govinda Dasi did in 1968, and I think it was 1970 when Prabhupada was in Japan. And there still, we didn't know what to do, and Prabhupada said, perform Pushpanjali. So they very eagerly went into the kitchen and made pushpana rice for Prabhupada because they figured Pushpanjali, Pushpana, that's all they knew at the time. So that was also he trained us, so now hopefully we understand what to do. We will start today with our special guest here, Lokanath Maharaja, who will speak to us about Srila Prabhupada's glories. You know, I first met him in 1972 during Kartik in Vrindavan, which he described. When Prabhupada was in Vrindavan, of course, we had so many questions for him. One brahmachari, he came into Prabhupada's room. Prabhupada spoke about Mahatma Gandhi today in his lecture. He mentioned him. So this devotee, he asked Prabhupada, he said, I heard that when he was dying, he was shot, that his final words were Ram, Ram. He said, is that true, Prabhupada? Prabhupada, without breaking a smile, just said, I don't know, I wasn't there. So this is what we're following. Now we're following the cyclic succession. We're following the words of the spiritual master. And if he didn't tell us, we don't know. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity to celebrate Srila Prabhupada's Vyasa Puja at his home. Vrindavan is mine, not mine, my also. Srila Prabhupada again. And Mayapur is my place of pilgrimage and Bombay is mine. I kind of belong to the office side. But that's where I was. Oh, what about I should have? Om Jnanantimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki. Hari Hari. Sarva. We are celebrating 125th birth anniversary of Srila Prabhupada. Hari Bol. But what we are doing, I'm sure you know this, that this celebration is not for a day, today. This celebration is for 1 year. So this is 125th anniversary birth year celebration. This is going to be formally inaugurated by none other than the Prime Minister of India tomorrow. India government has already released a silver commemorative coin in honor of Srila Prabhupada again. So it's going to be a grand, in a size-wise also, a grand celebration. And who is going to be participating? Each one of us. As we say, every man, woman, child, in ISKCON has to be part of this 125th anniversary celebrations. Srila Prabhupada was born on the 1st September, that's tomorrow. Today is 31st August. He was born in Toliganj, Kolkata. We read this in Prabhupada Leelamrit. Under a jackfruit tree, little house with a thatched roof and mud walls, and it was Prabhupada's will that he wanted that we acquire that place. And it has been done this year. For the first time. It took some time, but and ISKCON Calcutta is busy in developing that place into a memorial of Srila Prabhupada. And everyone is contributing. You are all welcome to contribute towards the building or development of that project. So that is also special offering this year. Well, Sri Krishna Janmashtami and Srila Prabhupada Janma Navami. That was Navami that year. So they are kind of back to back, right? We just finished at midnight, and the next day is Prabhupada's appearance day. So this being back to back, just next day, Prabhupada's appearance day. Is there a coincidence or is there some accident? I would say this is an arrangement. Lord took birth, and next day, Lord gave birth to Srila Prabhupada. It was Nandotsav. Today is Nandotsav. So Prabhupada was born on Nandotsav, so he was given name Nandulal. His uncle called this baby as Nandulal. While Gaur Mohan Dey and Mother Rajani called him, or named him Abhay Charan. And few days they spent, Prabhupada was at Taliganj and moved back to Harrison Road in Kolkata. And that's where Radha Govinda Mandir, just across from where Prabhupada stayed. And the horoscope was prepared. And this child is at the age of 70. I don't know whether age also was mentioned. But for sure, he will open 108 temples. This was a prediction. And Prabhupada made it, Prabhupada did it. Yasya Devi para bhakti yatha devi tatha guru. This is the recommendation of the Shastras. Yasya Devi para bhakti. As we worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead, tatha guru. Guru also is to be worshipped. Likewise. So it is not a man worship. Prabhupada was talking. It's not a man worship. It is a worship. It's a Vyasa worship, or as recommend. This worship is recommended by the Lord. Our Lord is also Guru. Is Chaitya Guru from within. And from without, he is also Guru. The Guru comes in the front and talks to you face to face. And all the offerings made today also. And not just the lip service offerings, but some tangible offerings that we make. They also they reach Sri Krishna, the Adi Guru, the Chaitya Guru. The spiritual master passes that on and on and on, and finally, so this is Prabhupada ki. So it's not a man worship, it is a Vyasa Puja, Vyasa worship, Krishna worship. Acharya Upasana. Krishna personally says, Acharya Upasana. Anyway, I will not talk this, not much, the Guru Tattva or really, but so we all celebrated Janmashtami yesterday, and there were big crowds, and there were large crowds yesterday. But a little smaller crowd today. And I make the connection that Krishna said, those who are my devotees, they are not my devotees. So yesterday there were lots of Krishna devotees claiming, oh, we're Krishna's devotees, we're Krishna's devotees. We're celebrating Krishna Janmashtami. We are Krishna's devotees. But Lord said, those who are devotees of my devotees are my devotees. So those who are here today are honoring Srila Prabhupada today on his Vyasa Puja day and have become his devotees are whose devotees? Krishna's devotees. Yesterday's devotees, Krishna may not accept, no, you are not my devotee. You may be making claim, you are not my devotee. First become devotee of my devotee, then I will accept that you are my devotee. So this is the way to go. Go through spiritual master and become devotee of Krishna, right? So Srila Prabhupada, as this is 125th anniversary of Srila Prabhupada's birth, that reminds me that not exactly my birth, but I was introduced to Srila Prabhupada 50 years ago. This is the 50th anniversary for me to see Srila Prabhupada. First ever darshan of Srila Prabhupada I had was in 1971 at Cross Maidan Festival. So I was kind of conceived there, or my birth in Krishna consciousness began there as I met Srila Prabhupada and not really faced, I saw Prabhupada, I heard Prabhupada, did not meet him. But through Vani I met. And then later on, in 72, I was born in Vrindavan as Srila Prabhupada initiated me. So talking of this being a home, Prabhupada's Vrindavan is my home. So in that sense, Vrindavan is also home for me. I was born in Vrindavan. Prabhupada gave me the birth. Janmana jayate shudraha samskarat bhavet dvijaha. Dvija, second birth, samskar, that initiation samskar was conducted and I was born here. And what can I say? How many thanks I could offer to Srila Prabhupada for what he has done for me. And again, has that been done only for me? I think we all could say that Prabhupada has done so much for me. Yes? Could you all say that? Do you feel that? Srila Prabhupada, you have done so much for me. And what there's so much, we only say so much, but what there's so much. You could read Prabhupada Lilamrit also. And then heart attacks on the way to America, and the legal battle in Juhu, like it became a Kurukshetra, and Prabhupada was battling, and on and on and on. Prabhupada was taken to the court. Oh, you are brainwashing, you have brainwashed our children. Well, Prabhupada's point was, oh, I brainwashed, right? I did the good thing or bad thing? Washing is what? Good thing or bad thing? You had dirtied their brains, and I washed their brains. The people were so ungrateful, not understanding nothing. So even court cases. So Prabhupada did so much lifetime in preparation. Prabhupada never forgot. We were hearing the instruction that was given to Srila Prabhupada in 1922. And next year is going to be 100th anniversary of the first ever instruction that Srila Prabhupada received from Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. And then go to the West and propagate. Is that a signal for me?
Sounds like yes.
Little bell. Ding, ding, ding.
I'm just now warming up. This was just an introduction.
25 people.
25 warming up.
Everyone's to give
Yeah, so we are grateful. We are thankful. Prabhupada did so much. So we are indebted to Srila Prabhupada. Yes or no? Yes. So how to become free from the debt? So one time Prabhupada said, you do as I did. So this is how. So push on this Krishna consciousness movement. Again here at home, during his final days, one day Srila Prabhupada was with Giriraj Prabhu, and so how will this movement go on? Prabhupada asked him, how will this movement will go on? And Giriraj gave them, we'll chant Hare Krishna Prabhu, Prabhupada. We'll follow the principles. And but Prabhupada was not satisfied, fully satisfied with that response. And there was a pause. And then Prabhupada said, organization. Little pause. Intelligence. So this was Prabhupada's. So how will this movement go on? Intelligently organizing this movement. So these are something that we should be remembering. Prabhupada's final words, thoughts, how to move on. And the final thing, to cut everything short, I would say that again here in Vrindavan, that famous statement of Srila Prabhupada, do you love me? We are all going to say, yes, we love you, Srila, we love you. But Prabhupada said, I want to see your love. Not just say that I love, but show your love. So how we could show our love? He said, how you cooperate with each other. To keep this institution together after I'm gone. So this is something is also essential for us to understand the spirit of cooperation and love and trust amongst each other, and organized and intelligent organization. Hari. Prabhupada had that faith today. We were hearing, I may die, but I'm confident, Prabhupada, I'm confident you will push on this movement. So that's the task, that's the homework, that's the mission, and what else is there to do for us than to execute the will of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Next we're going to hear from another one of our Vrindavan residents here, Prasanna Prabhu. And it's a good time since he mentioned cooperation. There's about 25 devotees already on the list here that are looking for the cooperation of all of us so they have an opportunity to speak. So, Prasanna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Thank you.
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवं गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चदेशतारिणे हे कृष्णा करुण सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते सप्तगंगा गरुड़ंगे श्रीराधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुच्युति देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये हंजगोपधुर्वस्य कृपा सिन्धुभयेभचा पतितनां भावभ्यो वैष्णवभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाश्री गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे Hare Rama, Rama Ram, Hare Hare. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I'm grateful and thankful to management for allowing me to speak few words. I'll be brief. And today I want to talk about my interaction I had with Srila Prabhupada, and fortunately I had quite a few, not as much as other great Vaishnavas like Sudhakirti and Dinabandhu, so many great devotees, my old friend Lokanath Maharaj. So I'm praying to Krishna and Prabhupada to give me some memory to hold on in this age so I can enjoy. So it was a different realization at that time and different realization now, because when we get older, you evolve things and brain become a little bit more mature. I joined very young age, 18, 19, something like that. So let's start off with the first one. It's not the first interaction. One of the things I would like to talk to will take you back to 1976. Those who are interested in history, it's pre-Islamic revolution. Ayatollah Khomeini was still not there, and Shah of Iran ruling Iran. The reason I mentioned that because Prabhupada just came from Tehran to Bombay, and we had a Ratha Yatra at that time. So, one fine afternoon, that visit, Srila Prabhupada was standing all by himself underneath what we call in Bombay sannyas quarters. It was Prabhupada's quarters on one side, other side was sannyas quarters, later it became BBT office. And the next door was Brahmachari ashram where we all lived there. Sometimes we sleep in the roof because it's a lot of mosquitoes. Sometimes 10 people in one room. That's all we had that time. Anyway, so Prabhupada was standing all alone, and I'm not sure what I was doing. I'm not sure whether I was going up or I was going down. I happened to be about 20 feet away from Srila Prabhupada. And I don't know what to do, because this is the first time ever I saw Prabhupada was standing alone. We are so used to Prabhupada with pomp and circumstances, lots of kirtan, sannyasis, Matajis, children, big kirtan. Here I am standing alone about 20 feet and bewildered and don't know what to do, brain dead. So finally I collect my thought and I don't know what happened. I approached Srila Prabhupada, offer my obeisances, and I asked Srila Prabhupada, there's anything I can do for you? Prabhupada was so simple, so humble. He told me, no, they just went upstairs to bring my palanquin to carry me because I cannot climb 2 stairs anymore. He was already not feeling well those days. So Harisari just became a servant after so many, and he also was traveling party, And there were so many devotees. Prajumna was there, Arindati, Mataji. It means Prabhupada's vigorously translating his book. That's what it means when he travels with big party. Editors, translators, like that. So anyway, Prabhupada told me that somebody's coming and they will take him upstairs. So His Divine Grace and just young brahmachari, and I don't want to be chatty with my spiritual master, so I was just standing dumb and just waiting for something to happen. And then Harisari and one other person came, I'm not sure who that was, maybe Brahmananda, took Srila Prabhupada in a very narrow path, staircase, old building, 2-floor up. Then I just went and moved on, did whatever I have to do, my service, and years passes by. I wasn't thinking about this particular incident. I never discussed this with my children or my wife or anybody. I just forgot about it because I didn't see the importance of my interaction with Prabhupada. So just a few months ago when I was thinking maybe I'll say a few words. I'm not a great orator to say things, so I said, okay, maybe I will say a few words. I will learn by talking. And then I thought, maybe this is a good thing to talk about because we never appreciated at that time the things which we did. Either we took for granted or we didn't have any intelligent enough to appreciate what is like standing next to Srila Prabhupada, what is like breathing the same air Srila Prabhupada breathed on it. What is like the greatest of the greatest Acharya of a lifetime, I'm standing next to it. I didn't know. Idiot. Brain dead. But now, it's mentioned in Tirupavai, in Andal Tirupavai, is one of the Alvar's writing. They are praying that give me at least 1% or 0% of your quality so I can serve you. So after so many years passes by doing this and that, and I am fortunate to remember some of the things is forgot, some of the things coming back and learning how to appreciate that I am a disciple of Srila Prabhupada. What is like being disciple of Prabhupada, we still not learn yet, but we are learning. So this is good opportunity for me to remember and hold on to that joyful occasion, that moment, every day, every minute, until I leave this place. So the second encounter I had was also in Bombay. This time it was 1977. If I'm not mistaken, Prabhupada just came from London, and most likely at that time devotees in Europe thought that was his last time he was visiting London. So devotees came from all over Europe, I was told, thousands of them, to pay respect to Srila Prabhupada because they thought they may not see him again. A lot of Prabhupada disciples, we are fortunate we had interaction, but there are hundreds and thousands of them Prabhupada initiated, never saw them. In many countries, they just initiated through letters. Anyway, I'll make a short story. And Prabhupada was in new quarters this time, and doctor told them that he cannot take people, see people. So there's two bodyguards, Tamal Krishna Maharaj and Bhavananda. You don't mess with them. So Bhavananda won't even allow people to clean his quarters. He would put his gamcha and hands and knees, clean the entire Prabhupada's quarters. And I don't know what happened. Time to time, that time Prabhupada not feeling well, time to time Tamal would call. I don't know how he calls because we didn't have cell phone. And I would drag Lokanath Swami, if he remembers. We would go and chant for Prabhupada. And this time, I have no memory that how I got in there. 6:30 or 7 p.m. This is not the time Prabhupada sleep. Because he was not feeling well, he was resting in the hospital bed. The hospital beds are not very comfortable. They're very small and narrow, but doctor advised him to do. So Prabhupada is following the instruction, and Tamal was in charge, so he just got to do whatever Tamal tells him that time. So I go there, and I'm not sure whether I was chanting alone or with somebody in small kartal. We don't play mridanga. We sing very soft. And I was singing, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we go up and down chant because Prabhupada don't like we change the tune. He closes his eyes, he meditate. I also close eyes sometime, open sometime. And I was all alone. I don't know where those two Swamijis went. And I noticed when I opened the eyes, Prabhupada's feet fall off from the bed. It was very small bed, so it fall off. Maybe he was restless, I'm not sure what happened. And again, I was an idiot, I don't know what to do. Standing, sitting, doing kirtan, whether I should disturb Prabhupada or what I do. So I take a chance, I took his feet and put it in the bed, moved on chanting. And Tamal told me to go home, so I went home. Again, never thought about it, never think about it, never discuss with anybody. What a fortune and what tapasya I have done, I don't know. To get initiated in Vrindavan, come to Vrindavan before the temple was opening, living in the hut, no idea what is Vrindavan is like. I wasn't searching for spiritual master or guru or just useless idiot wandering around. End up in Vrindavan, and his mercy got initiated in Ram Navami and able to touch Prabhupada's feet. Usually Prabhupada don't like anybody touching his feet, right? He doesn't like people touching his feet, but able to lift his feet and put it in the bed and went away. Now I'm thinking, what a fortunate person I am. I want to hold on that memory of holding his lotus feet forever. So this is the day of appearance of Prabhupada. I request all your devotees, those who had interaction, those who didn't have interaction, hold on something of Srila Prabhupada. When you hold on anything with your mother's relation with Prabhupada, maybe your Guru Maharaj interaction with Prabhupada, just hold on anything. Though hold on to his devotee, someday we will learn something about Prabhupada. It may take time, but hold on. Never give up. So I'm going to stop and say thank you to a couple of people, and it's a good occasion to finish. I'd like to thank first Mother Mahadevi, who helped a lot when Parvati passed away. She was sleeping every night voluntarily. As you all know, Mataji is not an easy customer. And Mother Mahadevi was very patient, and Parvati was only thinking of Prabhupada Samadhi and Bhagavad Gita class, nothing else. She doesn't care about anything. And Mahadevi was very kind and serving Mataji. The second, I would like to thank Mother Devashakti. I don't know where she is. I'm sure she's going to be here soon. Oh, probably a surprise for her. That when I joined, 18 or whatever it was, my name was Bhatmanaban. It was named after Thiruvananthapuram Bhatmanabha Swami temple. And my duty was cutting vegetable and rolling chapatis. I grew up with big family with 6 sisters. I never been in the kitchen. Lousy cutting vegetable, lousy and rolling chapatis. It's all over the map. But that was my service I was given. So be it. Rolling chapatis in different shape of the globe. So, but was fortunate to serve Ananda Maharaj, who was also, I was told, we call him Maharaj, he was Brahmachari, Prabhupada's god brother. I was told he was Bhakti Siddhanta's personal cook. I may be wrong, but I was told. And the temple was about to open. Surab asked me to help with the guest house. So my duty was to put all the furniture in a place, and Devashakti Mataji upgraded me to polish Prabhupada bucket, so I can hold on to that memory. And third and final, I want to offer my respects to carrying on Prabhupada's museum. It's coming very nicely. Maharaj was talking about book distribution. This is the extra tool in our toolbox to distribute thousands and thousands and thousands of books in the next 10,000 years and spread the glory of Srila Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki, Srila Prabhupada book distribution ki, Harinam Sankirtan ki, Go Brahmanande.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prasanna Mahaprabhu. Now, as he mentioned, Devashakti Mataji, who we know has been here for decades, and as Srila Prabhupada ordered her many years ago, she's still distributing Srila Prabhupada's books, and she's one of the devotees encouraging all of us to see that everyone that comes here somehow or other they get one of Srila Prabhupada's books. So welcome, Devashakti Mataji. Hare Krishna. And I asked her not to read, but I think she's going to read.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutle Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavari Paschatya Deshatharine. Shruti Kirti now has chastised me twice for reading he said, if I read, then I can't speak now. He's going to put me at the end. So just to satisfy him, of course, I consider Vyasa Puja to be a time when we formally praise Srila Prabhupada and all of his accomplishments. And I try not to speak about personal events because each one of us has our personal relationship. It would take another year for everyone to be able to speak about how Prabhupada inspired us and is keeping us here. Simply, Srila Prabhupada, because when I first became a devotee in 1970, even then we had heard that the way to please Srila Prabhupada is by distributing his books. So I took that as my heart and soul from then and made it my only goal. And probably as a result of that, Prabhupada bestowed a lot of mercy upon me. In that mercy was manifest particularly here in Vrindavan by allowing me to serve him as his cook and housekeeper. And then that continued even after Srila Prabhupada disappeared. So the times with Srila Prabhupada were most intimate, and the devotees, because normally, big devotees, you see their pictures all over the place with Prabhupada, and devotees say, aren't there any pictures of you? I said, no, not a single one. Because the service that I did was a one-on-one as a cook. Nobody goes in the kitchen to, take a picture of the cook. And when you're serving Srila Prabhupada, you're alone with Srila Prabhupada. You're bringing the plate, you're running the chapatis, you're you're making sure there are no mosquitoes in his mosquito net. It's not the type of glorious service where you get your photo taken with Prabhupada. So that was just to satisfy Shruti Kirti. I'm telling you those few things, and now I'll read my offering. A time to rejoice, as when Krishna was born, a pure devotee takes his birth in a line of Chaitanya Bhaktas. The family deity Damodar is worshipped by his father. From birth, Abhay Charan is blessed in a Suchi home. From previous birth, he committed no sin. Perhaps he killed some snakes to make medicines. Captured early,
wanted to be, us have services which in your mission can be a little difficult. All of Prabhupada's disciples experience, there's challenges, but you are carrying all of us, and you're carrying the entire movement, and this is just one more opportunity to glorify you in every way possible with words, not only words, but with determination for further action in your service. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare
Okay, you touch it. Vanchakalpa turubhyascha kripasindubhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki. I'm very happy to be here today in the association of so many wonderful followers of Srila Prabhupada. And I'm especially happy to be in the association of my beloved